politics. And these are the kind of people who say they are leaders of this country. What example I may show you I'm leaders of the country?
Let's keep you abreast with happenings in the politics.
I am an employee of the president. I pay the president's salary. I pay the bills of the family. And he must protect me.
All the resources available in this country has to come together at this time to see how best we can move forward. The interest of Nigeria is paramount.
Standpoint.
Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics.
Standpoint, Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. on Rapid 96.5 FM.
No Nigerian is more Nigerian than any Nigerian. That's right.
The Group Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Mele Kyari, says personnel of the company have nothing to do with substandard importation of petroleum products in the country. He spoke in Abuja when he appeared before a Senator Opeyemi Bamidele-led ad hoc committee over alleged economic sabotage in the petroleum industry. Mele Kyari did not stop at that. He said that as the Group Chief Executive Officer of the company, he has faced undue media attacks from persons doing everything to create the impression that NNPCL is sabotaging the nation's economy. According to him, the company is faithful and would not lie to the country. And then he then finally concludes by saying that they are not thieves in that particular sector. Nobody mentioned, nobody called them thieves. But on his own, he admitted that they are not thieves. Well, the investigation or investigative hearing will continue so that we'll know what is happening exactly in that particular sector. So in connection with this, on Standpoint today, we will discuss the alleged economic sabotage and probing of the petroleum sector issues and worries. Incorruptible Sam, this would like, or you would like this particular one in what appears to be a run-up of what the president told Nigerians, specifically the youth community, on Sunday. President Bola Tinubu has pleaded again with Nigerians to be patient with his administration, assuring them that the country is transitioning from darkness to dawn. In an official video released yesterday, I was surprised when I saw that Tinubu acknowledged the ongoing hardships orchestrated by the removal of the fuel subsidy and the floating of the naira. He noted that Nigerians' pain was compounded by what he described as an avoidable lag between the subsidy removal and his helpful plans for the country. I do not know if this is a makeup or a run-up of what he did on Sunday. Maybe the backlash talking about people are saying that statement was empty and all of that. My name is Moses Ben, saying welcome to Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics. Incorruptible, sir. It's good to have you join us this morning on the program.
Good to have you too. Good morning. And Thursday edition of Standpoint. Throwing it back is actually necessary because if you don't know where the rain started, in between you might not know where it also stop or it will stop. So taking it back a bit is a nice one. Well, that's what the president did. He said dark to dawn. That means for the first 8 years that APC led us, finally he has summarized it. He has actually come out to know that, see, it was dark, in as much as that darkness then is even brighter compared to what we are seeing now. And he cannot wish it away. We can't actually deny not being a full member of that same government, because he was during his campaign. Remember, he told us that the president then, Muhammadu Buhari, cried and came to him.
They should help him to become the president of this country.
He told him, "Don't worry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. I will do it for you," and he did it for him. So in the last 8 years, he was part of the darkness. Now he took over. He said it was his turn to take over. So he took us from the same dark. I'm now, being on the same lane with him.
I'm surprised.
Yes.
He pleaded to Nigerians on Sunday. Yesterday he reiterated
Exactly.
it.
So he took us from the darkness. He continued from there because he said it was his turn to, continue from where the former administration stopped. Fine. Now, acknowledging that we've actually been in dark, that's a beautiful one. That means what Nigerians are saying, we are not just blabbing. We are not just, talking. We are making points. And that's also what gave birth to the protests that we are seeing today. So good to know that he has actually acknowledged all these. But one thing is you accepting that you did wrong. Another thing is apologizing. Then the last one is turning a new leaf or changing things, trying as much as possible to make sure that things will start working well. And that's what Nigerians now want. Yes, accepting your wrongs, beautiful.
Of course,
apologizing, wonderful.
The former president did that. Whenever he wanted to address Nigeria, the first thing that I understand.
I understand.
And then
for the 8 years, he kept understanding.
He understood everything and understood out of the office.
And at the end of the day, nothing happened. You understand? So we don't want it to continue this way. We know. Even before Tinubu took over, even before Yar'Adua, the late Yar'Adua took over, we just knew that we just needed to be moving. So unfortunately, we are going backward. You celebrate Obasanjo's tenure to be better than that of Yar'Adua before he died, then Goodluck Jonathan. We keep referring to the past. Now, the darkness under Buhari, according to Tinubu, is even better than what we are seeing now. God forbid that when Tinubu leaves office, we'll start talking about Tinubu's administration being better than the one that will come. I say that I know why I'm saying God forbid, because it will be so disastrous. It will be it will be sacrilegious for us to keep thinking that the back or the previous administrations are better than the front. Others are moving forward. We are going backward, and it's showing in everything that we are doing. Now they keep saying that cabals and fight or not. When we get to that point, even the former president came out the other day. I'm still angry with that statement that the cabals are the one fighting Dangote. Who are these cabals? Moses, are you one of them? I am not one of them.
I do not
Ike
even.
is not one of them.
Ike is not.
So when you say cabals,
the last I checked, Ike never attended any meeting.
You understand? Can you mention? Can you tell us these people? Now put the attention on the refinery, the one that we own, so that when we are fighting this cabal, all Nigerians will fight the cabals.
Why is it that up until today that we are speaking, Sam, they've not been able to bring to reality the promises around the rehabilitation, rejuvenation of the Nigerian refineries? What is happening? Remember, it is not just because of this current administration. Former President Buhari started it. About how many $1 billion went into that particular project? Nobody knows what is happening with that particular project now.
We are yet to see anything, and that's so sad. That's what Nigerians are saying. You remove fuel subsidy, fine. Giving the governors money, okay, constitutionally it is right. But I would have been happier if by now Port Harcourt refinery is there working, Kaduna working, any other refinery at all. Then modular refineries in various states. I think we will not be talking about Dangote refinery. A lot to talk about there, but like I said, accept that you're wrong, apologize. But if at the end you fail to turn a new leaf, you have not done anything.
Well, the moment I got that yesterday, I concluded perhaps the president got the information. Nigerians have reacted to say, Mr. President, what you told us on Sunday, it did not capture the sole problem that we are talking about at the moment. Well, a reiteration of it yesterday. Does it really mean that the president is listening to the plight of Nigerian youth at the moment? Melikari, coming up to cry when nobody has asked you that we are not thieves is a great concern to somebody like me this morning. I can remember when you said that you would declare state of emergency on the petroleum sector in Nigeria under your watch, but specifically within the NNPCL. We'll get to discuss that, as that will be our focus. Ike Ogbonnaya, you're welcome to the program.
Good morning, my brother, Moses Ben. And good morning, wonderful listeners out there. It is always a pleasure to have them gather, 96.5 FM, Monday to Friday, talking about issues about Nigeria. I mean, it gives me great pleasure to be a part of this interaction. And we talk and believe and hope, that things will get better. Like you rightly said, Tinubu must have realized that the first statement he made, the first reaction to the ongoing protest.
Does this second one even have any bearings?
No, in fact, he must have realized that he goofed. Unfortunately, he has goofed again. So, I don't know. I really do not know the people that are advising him, because I like to say that since Tinubu came on board, there has been, somersaulting from policy to policy, somersaulting from policy to policy. And he keeps somersaulting. And that's what you get when you say that it's your turn. Not because there's something on your head to give to the people. Right now, Nigerians are looking for solutions. They want very concrete ideas and strategies that can be adopted so that the country can move forward. Incidentally, he's not giving it to us. He's right now they've already called him, the rice distributor. No, I mean it's laughable. Yeah. You see it on social media, you just be laughing.
And they've sown a toga of
yes,
rice.
Yes, I've given you rice. Have I given you rice? Have I given you? No, I mean it's.
But people are asking, what about stew? You only gave rice.
It's a very funny situation. Like Sam said, God forbid that the oncoming government or the oncoming regime will be better than this. That means we will have plunged into what political scientists will call the Hobbesian state. There will be complete anarchy and lawlessness. So if we can have it this bad, God forbid I will have it. I don't know how to describe it right now. Well, for Kyari, you said he should not cry. His name is Kyari, so let him not cry. People are not happy, no doubt about that. One would have expected that at least one out of the three refineries.
Thank you.
One out of the three is functioning.
Do these men think that Nigerians do not actually know what is happening?
You don't know what is happening. You are living.
Imagine what Buhari did before he left the office.
Yes, you are residing in another world while they are in Nigeria. One would have expected that at least we have three refineries and none is functioning, and you say that
we are in August already.
It's too bad.
The promises they've made, because I cannot consider it to be a promise. They've talked about it several times.
The promises never end.
July, June, January, February. This is August, and nobody is saying anything about it.
Absolutely, and this is why you will lay credence to the fact that there's a conspiracy. I am not the spokesperson of Dangote, but at least I appreciate the fact that the man took the bold step. To see if he could intervene in that regard, even though it's for his own, selfish interest. He's a capitalist. But then, at the end of the day, Nigerians will be somehow better off for it, in the sense that we will not be sourcing petroleum, at hard currency. You are producing crude. Look at the irony, the contrast. It's so annoying and irritating. You are an oil-producing country. You produce crude. You export it. And then the people that buys will refine it and send it back to you. Each time they are sending it to you at a higher cost. Then you will buy and give to your, for local consumption.
And they use the international trade power,
absolutely,
dollars to deal with you.
Yes. So this is what that little revelation, that little statement that Dangote made, is what is giving rise to all of this. Remember, he said that If they push him, he'll say more. He knows about it. He said, look, that the conspiracy or the whatever you call them, the mafias, whatever the answer in the oil sector, that they have more fears, you know, that is even harder than what you get in the drug world. I mean, that's what when we heard about the Malta blending plant.
Yes.
And then all the revelations that kept coming out. So we now know that these things are just deliberate. Let none of the refineries work so that we will export, blend, or whatever you do to it in Malta.
Keep
and
cashing
then,
out.
you know, you bring it back here, and then we'll buy at exorbitant cost. The independent marketers will buy and then sell to us at exorbitant cost. Every day your vehicle keep being on red because you can't afford to buy fuel. Every day. In fact, you keep limiting your movement. If there are places to go, you don't.
You just drop it so that it will not consume your
so
money.
that you're not stranded on the road.
We'll talk about this, Ike, this morning, because that is foremost of conversation this morning. We are being joined by a public affairs analyst, Prince Francis Chilaka. A very good morning to you, sir, and welcome to Standpoint.
Good morning, Moses. How are you?
We are hoping. You didn't allow me to respond to your questions, but it's fine.
That response will cause a lot of while. Just leave it.
Okay. It's good to have you join Standpoint this morning. Thank you once again for obliging us, sir.
You're welcome.
All right. The dysfunctional state of government-owned refineries, despite billions of dollars spent on turnaround maintenance, has been a source of concern to Nigerians, as no relative achievements have been recorded. A situation whereby we now depend almost entirely on the importation of these products, even when we daily supply the global oil market about 2% of its crude oil requirements. If you had put up that question to me, I would respond by saying that this is a very worrisome situation, sir. The Senate has raised concerns over the $1.5 billion approved in 2021 for the turnaround maintenance of the Port Harcourt refinery with little or no results. Of course, they held, investigative hearing yesterday, of which it will continue. First of all, sir, what is your reaction to the condition of the Nigerian petroleum sector? Let us start off from this point.
You know, there's this song that has been trending on social media and everywhere. Bongo, bongo. Yes. It appears that is where we are today in Nigeria with the petroleum sector. It has been immersed in all kinds of fraudulent activities, unpatriotism, lies, you know, people enriching themselves at the detriment of others, you know, and we keep on going and going and behaving as if nothing is wrong. So unfortunately, Nigeria is a country where nobody likes to take responsibility. We must always shift blame to somebody. If it is not the dollar today, it is the foreign market. If it's not the foreign market, it's the OIC. If it's not OIC, it is Dangote Refinery. You know, somebody else must always take the blame. And unfortunately, this since, like you said, since 2021, 1.5 billion.
In dollars, 1.5 billion in dollars and not in naira, sir.
In dollars. Yes, I'm not even interested in whether it's in naira or dollar, but the question I'm asking is that if the 4 refineries we have in this country are not functioning, why are people still under the employment of NNPCL? Why are they receiving salaries? Why is NNPCL declaring humongous money for entertainment? You know, so this is not just something that has started today. It's been there. And because nobody is held accountable, we run a system where nobody gets punished, a system where those who commit crime or those who commit atrocities against the nation that are in high places are given chieftaincy titles and all kinds of titles all over the place. So until we have a system where people are punished for crimes committed, we cannot get it right.
All right, we've seen a situation or situations where in this country, allegations and then even those in the military have come up to a kind of try to play defense that, look, at the reason we did this was for this. Ships laden with crude oil I mean, I've been intercepted several times in this country. At the end of the day, we do not see the report or the end part of that particular matter. It's been happening in Nigeria. Is it that there is no intentionality in handling issues with regard to petroleum sector in Nigeria? And also, what's your reaction? What do you make of the situation whereby the Minister of Petroleum is the president of this country? It happened in the previous administration under President Muhammadu Buhari.
Well, you know, that on its own is an aberration. It is laughable because who is the president going to be accountable to? Is it the Senate? You're talking about a probe right now. Why is the president, who is the Minister of Petroleum, not being called out? Why is it that it's the Minister of State that is the one represented? Our leaders in this country are the most unpatriotic set of human beings. They are selfish, they are wicked. It's just about them and not about the people. They don't care about the country. Because if they care about the country, they should know that petroleum sector is the cash cow of this nation and must be protected by all means. But nobody cares. All they care about is what comes to their pocket. I mean, like you said, I don't understand the rationale behind, you know, when you arrest a ship loaded with petroleum products illegally and you put it to flame. Who is losing? Is it the people that have stolen the product or the country itself? So these are the kind of decisions that the military takes. And I ask myself, are we in a military rule or are we in a democratic dispensation? You can't say because you found a car stolen by an armed robber or armed robbers and you go and scrap the car. It doesn't add up. So I personally believe that in taking all these steps or doing all of this, somebody somewhere is covering some tracks and don't want people to, no. And then, going a step further, how many persons have ever been arrested and prosecuted for theft of Nigerian crude oil? How many persons? So it's a vicious circle of corruption that has eaten deep into the fabric and nerves of this country like cancer. And no government wants to address it. If you recall, Mr. President came up on the 23rd or 29th of May 2023 and told Nigerians subsidy is gone. And he told Nigerians that the money to be realized from that subsidy will be applied in certain sectors. We are back to the drawing board. Nothing has been done. The same president promised Nigerians that they're going to unveil those who have been benefiting from the subsidy. Up to date, not one name has been mentioned. Not one person has been prosecuted. I think the government does not have the willpower to fight corruption, or maybe those in government are part of the system that is ruining the oil sector in Nigeria.
All right. Good morning to you.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, Incorruptible Sam is my name.
Why
that? Does that take on your fancy?
In this Nigeria of the day,
yes.
Okay, are you part of the protesters?
Yes, I'm protesting here. I'm doing mine on radio.
All right, no
Yes.
problem.
All right, you just talked about something very striking. You say maybe why it's difficult for both the previous and the current administration to fight the people, according to them, benefiting from this is a problem. Just like that should be 2 days ago, the former president, OBJ, the one that so many people will say did well, and they are still calling Babati today, says something about cabals. That cabals are the ones fighting Dangote and his refinery. But like a question I will always ask, they say cabals, but no name has been mentioned I don't know your reaction to that. Who are the cabals? Ordinary Nigerians or them?
Well, you have answered the question. It cannot be ordinary Nigerians. If it is the ordinary Nigerians, they won't be protesting against hunger and against bad governance. It is the same people who, unfortunately, we get to elect or get to select into power, who fail to understand that power belongs to the people, and they believe that power belongs to them. So the moment they want to get into power, they reduce themselves to the level of the ordinary Nigerians. And the moment they get into power, they go back on their high horses and forget the people. See, when we're talking about this cabal, we need to not just only probe NNPC. We need to probe all the oil companies in Nigeria. We need to know of what value have they been to the success of the oil company oil industry in Nigeria. Look at the likes of Orlando, Corn Oil, African Petroleum, MRS. To name but a few, we need to know what role they are playing in the oil sector. We need to know who are the owners of these companies. We need to know who their affiliates outside Nigeria are. So it is sad and painful when, we keep talking about cabal. Yes, President Obasanjo talked about cabal. Even Dangote himself talked about cabal. What is the role of OICs in the oil sector of Nigeria? And for me, I feel I don't trust, and I don't trust. Honestly, I don't trust. I repeat, I don't trust, and I don't believe in this 10th Assembly. This probe you see now is just a way of, diverting attention from the real issues that Nigerians are talking about, which is hunger, bad governance. Because at the end of the day, nothing will come out of this. There are so many probes that have gone on that nothing has come out. This will not be an exception. Before you know it, you will start hearing off the mic.
Yeah.
Because these senators, the moment they get into power, the largesse of the office blinds them to reality.
Okay.
So I don't believe in this probe, and I don't trust anything meaningful will come out of this probe.
The former Vice President, Osinbanjo, during the administration of President Buhari, he said something that's corruption, that they were actually busy fighting corruption, but that the problem was that corruption was also busy fighting back. Till now, I'm yet to understand what that means. I don't know if you understand it better than I do. Corruption fighting back.
Well, you see, the thing is, we do not have institutions in this country that are functional. We honestly do not have institutions. We need to develop institutions that is devoid of who Mr. President is, who the governors are, who the honorable members and legislators are. An institution that stands on its own and punishes you for any crime you commit. We do not have that in Nigeria. The only institution you have working in Nigeria is the institution that runs after young boys, calling them Yahoo Yahoo. But the main thieves in this country, people who have been milking this country dry, nobody gets them arrested. You and I are in this country when we heard of some present senators who, after serving as governors in their states, had cases to answer with EFCC. And what happened? Those cases never saw the light of day. So this thing we keep talking about, corruption fighting back. It is fighting back because we have a constitution that is not adherent with what is happening in Nigeria today, in the world today. We have a constitution that is more of a decree, military decree, packaged together and given to the civilians who, instead of the military wearing khaki, they now wear agbada to represent themselves. We have a constitution where, the higher mighty takes all, while the poor people scramble for whatever is left. We have a constitution that has no social contract with the Nigerian people. If we truly want to fight corruption, let us start from the root cause. The root cause of corruption in this country is that of notions document called the 1999 Constitution. We need to start from there. We need to shred that document and come up with a document that represents the true reality on ground of Nigeria of today. And I stand to be corrected. Changing the national item, like the president has done, does not change the mindset of the Nigerian people. It does not change the mindset of the political class that has been, stealing from the people. It does not change their lifestyle. What we need is an institution that will work, institution that will hold people accountable, institution that will punish people. Not just the kind of one we have where a poor man steals a tuber of yam, he's sentenced to 10 years. Meanwhile, somebody in government steals money, he will be the one telling government, give me time to reform some part of the money. So these are the issues. Yes, Osibajo talked about corruption, but what did he do? What did that administration do? We were all given the impression that President Buhari then was coming to fight corruption. How much corruption did he fight? Was he able to fight corruption? If he did, tell me. And this government, as we know, never talked about fighting corruption. But we can see that the corruption has become endemic in this administration as well.
All right, sir. There are other things we'll get to find out, sir, from you this morning as we have been discussing alleged economic sabotage and probing of the petroleum sector issues and worries. But that will be after this break. This is Standpoint, the saint of all talks of politics. Please stay with us.
Beauty is power. A smile is its sword. Beauty lies in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is all around us. So, if you want to look good always, visit Masters and Wands Cosmetics stores. It's new, it's exclusive, and a happening store in beauty products. We deal on perfumes and cosmetics such as body lotions, facial creams and scrubs, body sprays, powders, bath wash, and all kinds of quality cosmetics with affordable prices. Contact us at number 41 Fimbers Road, Umuahia, or number 28 School Road, Umuahia, all in Abia State. Call us on 0806 951 2773 or email us at wandsgleam@gmail.com. Masters and Wands Cosmetics Stores. Quality is our name. Signed, Management.
Introducing GG Farms, a premier agricultural enterprise located in Umuahia, Abia State. We specialize in various agricultural sectors including poultry farming, fish farming, crop production, cold room services, as well as sales and supply of farm equipment and agricultural products including eggs, chicken, catfish, and palm oil. GG Farms also has lucrative investment opportunities across our diverse farming operations that will have you smiling weekly with juicy returns on your investment. Invest with us today and enjoy profitable returns. Contact us on 0814-852-5839. That is 0814-852-5839 or 0812-315-8320. Now you can visit our head office at 49 School Road, Umuahia, or our code room office at AF Plaza beside Light of the World Ministry, Ahieke Ikotekbene Road, Umuahia, Abia State.
Clap your hands, everybody. Faithful, faithful, faithful is our God.
The Global Emancipation Gospel Therapy Outreach bring to you Church Ecclesia to institute the superlative standard teaching of the Word of God to establish God's kingdom where righteousness rules on earth. Isaiah chapter 11 verse 4-5.
Listen to the Church Ecclesia every Saturday at 11:30 a.m. on Rapid 96.5 FM, Umuahia.
Brought to you by Global Emancipation Therapy Gospel Outreach under the leadership of Reverend Vought Alethos. God bless you.
It is 96.5. It is Rapid.
Let's talk politics, dynamics, and permutations.
It's a concern that we have for our country, Nigeria. So this is beyond partisan politics. Nigeria is on drip. Nigeria is on oxygen. And how can we get out of this? And these are kind of people who say they are leaders of this country. What example I may show you are leaders of the country?
Let's keep you abreast with happenings in the polity.
I am an employee of the president. I pay the president's salary. I pay the bills of his family. And he must protect me.
All the resources available in this country has to come together at this time to see how best we can move forward. The interest of Nigeria is paramount.
Standpoint.
Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics.
Standpoint, Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. on Rapid 96.5 FM.
All Nigerian is more Nigerian than any Nigerian. That's right.
Yeah, welcome back to Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics on Rapid 96.5 FM. The conversation is live on Facebook and YouTube at Rapid Umahia and also Rapid 96.5 FM.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Chilaka. I hope you're still there with us.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Yeah, my name is Mr. Aiko Bonaya, sir.
Welcome, sir.
Yeah, please, I don't know, how would you react to this curiosity that we have 3 refineries in Nigeria, that's Warri, Port Harcourt, and Kaduna, and none of them is functioning up until now, even from the...
Don't we have about 2 in Port Harcourt?
Okay, so but at least I'm only
sure that's okay.
I'm only looking about at least we have 3.
Okay.
So now none of them is functioning. From the time of Buhari, we kept hearing about turnaround maintenance. They kept shifting the goalposts in terms of the date of the end of the maintenance, and then all of a sudden we here is Dangote refinery just came on board. And up till now, none is functioning. Please, how would you react to this curiosity?
Well, I think it's, honestly, this is nothing but sabotage. I believe that there are some people in and out of government that are direct beneficiaries of the non-functioning of all the refineries in this country.
Yes.
Nigerians have been paying taxes. Nigerians have been putting their money down to ensure that these refineries work. But there's lack of accountability. There's lack of probity.
Yes.
So the only way to define what is playing out is that there are people who are benefiting heavily from the non-functioning of the 3 major refineries in this country. And that brings me back to, the language I was hearing yesterday during the probe. People kept talking about monopoly.
Yes.
That the government should not allow the oil sector to be monopolized. And I said to myself, these same people from NNPCL and other arms of government that are talking about monopoly, do they not have shame? You on your own create the monopoly, and you're asking government not to allow the monopoly to exist.
They created the monopoly, yes.
If the other refineries were working, nobody would be talking about monopoly. But right now, they're not working.
Absolutely.
And the one that is working, don't forget also that they told us on national TV that the Dangote refinery is only 45% completed. And I've been asking this question, which I expect from NNPC and other arms of government to answer. Has the refinery been completed within the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks? If it has not been completed, why is Mr. President asking them now to fill the refinery with crude oil? Is it that Mr. President himself is not aware that those that are reporting to him have told the Nigerian people that that refinery is 45% only completed? See, we need to ask ourselves and to be honest with ourselves, who are the real owners of NNPCL? Is it the Nigerian people or a few persons that own it? I remember vividly well that when President Buhari unbundled NNPCL. Unbundled NNPC into a, the governors were asking the same question. What is the ownership structure?
Yeah.
Maybe when we know the ownership structure, black and white, it will help us to know what is really happening. But I'll tell you this, whichever way you look at it, there is an underlying sabotage by those who are beneficiaries of the windfall from the oil sector. And these are the same people who will not allow these refineries to work. And then I don't even know why Mr. President will retain Kyari in NNPCL, knowing that during the tenure of President Buhari, he kept telling us this refinery will work this month. Yeah. This refinery will work next month. Is it that Nigeria has turned into a country where we praise failure?
Is that enough to relieve Kyari of his job, sir?
It's more than enough.
It's enough. It is more than enough. Sir, you're working at a radio station.
Mm.
If your program is not generating enough views, you should be sacked.
Mm.
It means that you're not putting in your very best. And if the radio station has invested so much money, and all the money goes to entertainment and salaries, and nothing is coming in, why keep those same people there? And that's the gospel truth. You cannot unbundle a government parastatal and then put hands that are inefficient, unproductive to manage it. It means that, we are kind of eulogizing mediocrity in Nigeria. And this is why a lot of people are really, really worried. And as I'm telling you that I do not trust and I do not believe in this National Assembly to get to the root of what is happening at the NNPCL.
Certainly.
All right, you just touched on something, but that would be another question. So we know how it goes about. It's another exercise to see to the root of this issue. If that was not taken as a decision, Nigerians would have still come up to say that, look at what is happening. Nobody is probing, nobody is interrogating.
Yes.
This current exercise by the National Assembly, we have not brought in the angle of the midstream and downstream regulatory authorities in this case, because we know the fight they are squaring out at the House of Representatives. But this National Assembly, the current exercise, don't you think it would result to a positive outcome that will address the issue of petroleum sector in Nigeria?
Moses, as a Nigerian, be very honest with yourself this morning. How many probes embarked upon by the previous Senate and this Senate has seen the light of day? How many resolutions passed by this Senate and the last Senate has been in the interest of the Nigerian people? Why is the Senate not settling down to probe the insecurity in the land? Don't you think that is a more serious matter right now than this NNPCL issue? Don't you think that if we resolve the issue of insecurity, farmers will be able to go back to their farms? Don't you think that if we resolve insecurity and we put in so much energy into it, headlong, we will not have food crisis in Nigeria? Why are we not doing the right things? So Nigerians are not asking you to probe NNP. Yes, Nigerians want to know why it's not working. But Nigerians are not saying, spend our money to look for money that you will not find. Because at the end of the day, the NNPCL can be probed from now till tomorrow. I do not trust the Senate to come out with anything from it. Because at the end of the day, what will happen is they will just end this probing without any result. We've seen a lot of probe going on in the country. None has yielded any results. You saw press releases or press adverts where some honorable members were saying, "Oh, we're not part of this probe. We should end it." And some people came out and said, "No, I didn't agree to it. I didn't even know what they were doing. They just put my name there." For how long will our representatives keep lying to us? For how long? There are better issues. There are more pressing issues to be addressed in this country today. The things that affect the ordinary Nigerians. Nobody's proving that. Nobody. The people on protest get 2 weeks' notice that they're going to protest on hunger. What did this National Assembly do? After all, you had your Senate President saying that you guys can go and protest, you'll be busy eating in his house. I didn't say it. He said it on national radio and TV. So how do you expect people with such mindset to be able to punish people or to be able to give you a reasonable result? Like I said, until we're ready to build an institution,
all right,
we will not get there.
Our public affairs analyst, Prince Francis Chilaka, thank you so much for your time on Standpoint this morning.
Thank you.
All right, 091600965 or 09163333965. The moment we get these positions, I will be wondering, an incorruptible Sam, where are we headed for as a country?
So scary.
These persons come in, periodically, whenever it's election in Nigeria, you see them with different promises. Good morning and welcome to Standpoint.
Lord, neither the water that is running in their gas organ system that reveal the truth for him, but because of the transparency and to remain a good citizen that will always say the truth, that's why he was able to say the truth as it is. Remember this beautiful morning, Moses, Incortable Sam and Mr. Ike. God bless you. Don't get the guy for I'm calling from Ikwando precisely. Yes, I still want to ask this question because I personally have engaged with people. I will still be asking, who owns the NNPC? And who are those who are managing it? And who are those who are still benefiting it? They are still not the same cabal. And that same cabal, like Uncle Sam asked, who are those cabals? Are they ordinary? They say no. And who are those people? The same people, better same feather. But how can we not do away with it? How can we uproot this system of cabal? And that is the question. Then, because of why we don't have independent electoral system, those who can be able to conduct and allow us to bring part or engage people who are rightfully to become the leaders. And how can we do it, my brother?
All right.
Then lastly, I want to tell you that Dangote, if Dangote is concerned, that the Professor has said that cabal has been, frustrating him. I must have to tell you that those cabals are nothing but those who are from the corridor of APC.
All right.
The electoral commissioners are being independently allowing us to desire and to make choice of our own. That's when Nigeria will become a better place. Thank you and have a nice day.
All right, thank you so much. We appreciate you. You have 1 minute. A very good morning to you and thank you for joining the program.
Good morning, Mr. Ben and Incorruptible Sam.
Good morning, sir. Welcome.
This is Roman, the prophet from Umaya.
Welcome.
See, whatever both the National Assembly, both the Ugochi Kenga and the Senate are doing, I'm telling you, I don't believe in it until they believe in themselves, until they know that what they are serving there is in the masses. See, I am one of the people that are saying that Malik Yari should leave that place. The other man of mainstream also should leave that place. Let people from other geopolitical zones man that place. Let us see if that place will have a change. Tell me, how can somebody use $600 billion to import refined crude oil when we have refineries here? They are just deceiving us. If our president knows very well that he doesn't join the cabal that have refineries in Malta, then let him make our refinery work.
All right.
Let prices of crude oil come down. Thank you.
Laman the Prophet, thank you so much for your participation. You have 1 minute, 96.5 Rapid FM. This is Standpoint. Good morning. Hello, good morning. You're welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Ben.
Welcome.
Mr. Bob on the line.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you. I just want to flash our memories back. During the time of PDP government in Nigeria, there was a petroleum minister that the APC government, we are now chasing her all about based on one case or the other, based on mismanagement and what have you. Now, in this APC government of both Buhari and Tinubu, there is no petroleum minister. So the rot starts from the head. So who is accountable? Who should Nigerians hold on to in the rot that is happening in NNPC? They carry of a story. Let me use that as a story. They're just using it to douse the tension created so far by the removal of this fuel subsidy. Let our president reverse, as he just made a mere statement that fuel subsidy is gone. Just let him make that mere statement that fuel subsidy has been returned, so that things will turn around.
All right.
So, the word of a president speaks volume. You understand what I mean? Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. The Minister of the Coordinating Economy, Wale Jun, yesterday came up to us, and I was wondering, in the place that we have been perceiving or living with the reality that subsidy has gone, that you are using $600 million to be importing this product in this country. Good morning and welcome to Standpoint.
Good morning, presenters in the studio.
Welcome, sir.
My name is Mr. James. I'm calling from Ubakala.
James, you're welcome.
Yeah, my take this morning is, who is the Minister of Petroleum in this country? And if we are talking about NNPCL, is it not the same oil they are operating on? Then why the Minister of Petroleum is not aware of what is going on in the crude oil sector in this country? The truth here is that they know, no matter, even when we know they are lying, that we can't do anything. Even when the Nigerians, we know that they are lying, there is nothing they can do. Just go and lie. After all, what will they do? Tell them this. Even when they know you are lying, what will they do to you? I'm here. Go there and tell them whatever you want to tell them. That is what is happening in this country. Because they know we can't do anything. Look at the protest. Now, what is the impact of this protest? Have you seen any impact on this protest? Has anything changed? Is there any hope that maybe by tomorrow or before the end of the protest, anything will change? They know we can't do anything. So there's no need stressing ourselves. What are they going to prove? Who are they proving? They should stop deceiving themselves.
Thank you so much. We'll keep talking. As a matter of fact, on our Facebook page, Elvis Uweze saying those piloting and running the affairs of this country are the ones sabotaging and causing us all sorts of pains, agony, anger, and bitterness. But by my happiness is no one stays in power forever, and all man shall give account for the deeds and actions. May God help Nigeria. Rapid FM, thank you, Elvis. We appreciate your contribution. Good morning and welcome to Standpoint. Okay, we lost that call. Good morning, you're welcome. Hello, you're welcome to the program. 091600965. Good morning.
Good morning, my eminent journalist in the studio.
Welcome, sir.
Yeah, this is Mr. Eze Nikano. That good voice from Abia House in our government area. The home of hospitality, number one community in Abia State. My people of a truth, I think there must be something hidden, something secret that our federal government doesn't want to tell us concerning this refinery we have been shouting and been lamenting about. You can't tell me that a country like Nigeria that has been blessed with enormous natural resources, we cannot afford to fix any of our refineries. Just let's take it from the time of Buhari. During his administration, he spent over 19 billion naira. He couldn't fix any of them. Now our president has stayed over 1 year in office. He said December 2023. Till date, nothing is working. None of the refinery is functional. There must be something hidden. They don't want to let us know. They don't want to tell us. And if you can see Babasanjo telling us Kaba, I've been asking this question: where are those faceless Kaba in this country that their power is not beyond the power of our president? Who are those corrupt Nigerians that our president cannot apprehend them and bring them to book? Our president promised us that he is going to fight corruption.
All right, run off your thoughts, please.
Why did he allow corruption to continue to suffer Nigeria?
All right,
Who are
make up
those
your
people
point.
that have been singing as they paint them in the sweet us? and the masses are suffering. Few people, few individuals in this country are the one enjoying our commonwealth. And our president, under the watch of our president...
All right, round of your thoughts. Your time is up, sir.
All this thing is happening. The earlier they do the needful, better for us. Let them fix our refinery for us and bring down the price to affect other sectors.
All right.
That is my take. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much. We'll keep talking, gentlemen. Tomorrow will be the People's Platform. Incorruptible Sam. Thank you so much for your time, Stan.
Thank you. Thank you.
Michael Bonaya. Thank you. My name is Moses Ben. Keep the dial. Good morning.
Anywhere you go, if you don't see woman, you want to keep butcher.
Minimart is right here at Chinatown Plaza, 229 Abode Road, MCC Junction by First Bank PLC Aba. Aba is in Abia State, and I have the CEO of Paglins Global Investment Limited, a subsidiary of Paglins Travels and Tour. Paglins use and new cars, etc. Hello, sir. How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine, sir.
Now, tell me what you do in your company.
Paglins Travel and Tours package Canada, US, Australia, and part of Europe. Most especially Canada. For those that wants to go to greener pasture, we get you a job in a company in Canada. Then if you want to go for study, we get you admission. After that, you pay your tuition fee. I want to advise all my clients, for those that wants to travel to the country of your choice, we don't collect money. Paglins only package you, prepare you to the embassy. If you don't have documents, we advise you to come to the office. You pick a consultation fee of 5,000 naira. We discuss one-on-one. We can assist you secure those documents on your name. You pay us, meaning you did not give us any money. Then if you want to travel to the country of your choice, we advise you to come. 2 years ago, Canada gave me an awarding traveling agency, meaning that we know what we are doing, but we don't give visa. But we can assure you of giving you a good packaging direct to the embassy of your choice. Then in aspect of cars, we deal on direct US at your doorstep, Cotonou at your doorsteps, Lagos at your doorsteps, and at the cheapest rate. Thank you, sir.
You have had it. Whatever you need, you want to make a trip to any of the country he mentioned, take advantage of his availability and go that he will assist you. If you don't have document, he will help you to package and get those documents and present you to the embassies, where they will issue you a visa and you will make a trip to any of the country you wish to go. Honorable, your people gave you a chieftaincy title as a result of your giant strides in the area of travel and tour agency. Can you just tell us that your title?
Sir, actually, my title chief is Ogazrumba 1 of EH Yowa. By special grace of God, I have touched lives in Abia, not only Abia, all over Southeast. And that is why I was named Ogazrumba 1